Hey everybody! So today was really cool. I went with my friends to a resort. So I'm gonna start off from the beginning of the day because I need y'all to know everything. I woke up around 8:30. I had to be ready by 9 because she said to be ready by 9. I called her at 9. Then she answered. I was like, I'm ready. And she said, oh, I'm going through some morning sickness, sinuses. And I was like, oh, okay, I can understand that. And then she was like, oh, be ready in 45 minutes. I'll be there. And I was like, okay, I'm already ready though. She's like, okay. And 10 o'clock came around and she's like, what's your address? And then I texted her my address. As soon as I got done texting her, I went in the kitchen fixing some cereal. Right before I about to pour the milk in there, I get a phone call. I was like, who is this? And then she was like, oh, I'm here. She was like, what's the gate code? And I was like, oh man, I can't even give me no cereal. So I had to put my cereal in the refrigerator. I didn't put the milk yet though. Then I was like, well, come around until you see like a little house, which was like Washington. And then she was driving really slow, talking about I don't see it. And I was like, it's right there. And she's like, oh, okay. I should have been driving a little bit faster and I would have saw it. And I got in the car, and then they were just telling us what we was gonna be doing tonight. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So we was driving and we was heading back to the hotel, and she was like, did y'all eat? And I was like, no. And then she was like, okay. So we stopped by Denny's and we sat down, we ate. I had two fluffy pancakes with some jalapeno bacon with them good old hash browns. If y'all been to Denny's and had them hash browns, those things are the bomb. But after that, we left. We went to the hotel because they had to go to the library and check in their books and renew them. So we went by the hotel to get that library books. And then, whew, Lord Jesus. Let me get my life back together. We went by the hotel, got the library books, headed to the library. And then we went to the library, and I was telling her about this library that we went to. And she was like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. We usually go to the library like every 2 weeks to renew our books and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. We used to go to the library. I was like, but that was so long ago. I haven't been to the library in a long time. And so I'm explaining what this library looked like and where it's across the street. I said it's across the street from a church and all of this. Come to find out, I kept saying it was the Harris County Library, which I've always seen it on the sign. It said Harris County. And the library that she said that she be going to is Barbara Bush. And I was like, And I was like, oh, I think I've been to the Barbara Bush Library. And then that's when we pull up at the stop sign, about to take the left onto the street to go to the library. And I was like, this the library I was talking about at first. I said, look at the sign right there. It said Harris County Public Library. And she was like, oh, but they call it the Barbara Bush Library. I was like, really? I said, it's the same thing. It's just in Harris County. She's like, oh. So I was like, I've been here before. I know what this like. So we getting there and we walking around. Minding me, I'm already loud. So when I walk in there, it's already quiet. And I'm still looking around like everybody whispering. And I was like, and it seemed like I was really loud whispering. But I guess I did good. I didn't have too many people looking at me. We left the library. Well, then we had to go to some trouble because they like to read books. So, and I don't read books like that. So they had like 6 books. Who does that? Like, I don't get 6 books at a time. I don't know what they love to read. And so that lady the librarian was telling us about the summer program, and she was like, it's for teens, and if you read a certain amount of books, you get a free prize they give you. And if you read like up to 50 books, over 50 books, before the time is out, there was like, oh, you get a prize, a big, huge prize. And so they had to sign up for it because their mama thought it was really cool. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I don't like to read that much, so it really wouldn't benefit me because I only read like 2 books in a month. I do not like reading. That's one thing y'all will not really see me doing is reading. So they started signing up. First, it was the middle one. Ilya, he signed up, and then that's when their mom was like, Leilani, did you sign up? And then she was like, really? This whole time we've been sitting here and you ain't signed up. And then we about to leave. And she asked her youngest child, Elijah. And he was like, oh, I didn't sign up. She was like, oh my gosh, this whole time we've been sitting here, you hear me yelling at Leilani about not signing up? So then we got done with all the paperwork and everything. And we left the library. And for some reason, we was going, after we left the library, we was just in the car, just like riding, going to Conroe. And we was going to the resort. And it seemed like it was a long drive, but it was like 30 minutes from where the library was. And so I was like, okay. And we was just telling jokes, telling stories, old stories and stuff like that. And we got to the resort, and I was like, oh, this is a pretty nice place. It was a gated resort. And like, as soon as we drove up, the lady just walked out of the little office, and she waved at us. She was like, hey, and then she opened up the gate. She didn't check to see the ID, to see if she was a resident or anything. She just like let her in. So then we went to the office. Now, mind this, they had these passes for this resort for 4 years. They got a membership at this resort. They had it for 4 years. And still can't remember where to go to get the tags. How you forget? 4 years. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. So then we finally just guessed. We was like, well, how about we just go in this place right here? She went in there. It was the right place. We got our tag. We put them on. We put the wristbands across our wrists. And then we went to the bathroom, put on our swim trunks, and then we went to the pool. And me being dumb, I'm looking around like, where the pool? And I see this pool, and it's like an inside pool where it's like glassed in, and then they got a cover, and like it had no sun coming in. And first, we thought the water was gonna be cold, so we went on the steps, and we were stepping in as slow as we could. And we was like, oh, this thing is warm. We jumped right in. Then after we realized we got out the pool, we started jumping in. We looked back, and that was an outside pool, and it was bigger and deeper. And we was like, oh, let's go out there. Soon as we go out there, now mind me, I'm only like 5'7", and me being dumb, I saw 6 feet, so I was like, oh, I can stand up in that probably. Nope, halfway drowned. But I know how to swim, so it really didn't matter. And we started playing, diving, having a race. So I was like, let's race. And Ilya was like, okay, let's race. And he was like, we gotta sit on the ledge and then have to jump off. And so then I was like, how you do that? And he showed me. I was like, okay, I could do it. And then after we started racing, I was like, I was serious about this race. His sister said, on your mark. It said, go. All I did was jump in and start swimming. In my mind, I was trying to go as fast as I could. I got to the other side of the ledge, and I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I was kicking real hard and swimming. I mean, I was swimming. I looked back, and Ilya stopped halfway and turned around and went. I got out the pool and walked because I didn't feel like swimming all the way back to the other side of the pool. And then that's pretty much it. We started, all we did was play in the pool. Then we played Marco Polo with some kids. And that was pretty much it. And then we left and went and got something to eat. We went to CC's Pizza. And I still had my wet clothes under me. So I went in the bathroom to go change my wet clothes. Went in the bathroom, changed my wet clothes. Came back out and we ate. Oh my gosh. When I tell you, they garlic bread at Caesar's Pizza is a bomb. Like, that's the only thing I probably did eat. I ate like 2 slices of pizza and all the garlic bread. And the people was like, you was back for more? I was like, yep, I'm back for this more garlic bread. She just laughed right there. And then I had $2.50. So I went to like the little machine, like the little game machine. And I took my 50 cents, I put it in the machine, and I got me a lion. Hold on. Oh, I ain't got it in my pocket. I got me a little tiger, not a lion, tiger. And after I got that, I went back to my backpack and I got my $2 out of there. I went to one machine where they had like the claw, and I was trying to grab a basketball, a little miniature basketball, and like as I was doing it, I was like, "Oh, I got this perfect. I can do it." The claw was going down. Instead of the claw going straight down, it started to spin. So it did not grab it. It missed. So I went back and I used my other dollar on this other machine. Mind me, my dollar would not work in this machine. I kept forcing it. Finally, it went in. I get to start trying to play the game because like it was another claw game, and I thought it was pretty cool. And come to find out, I saw a button that said start and stop, and then they had a thing that you can move the claw with. So I'm still here pressing start and stop as many times as I can, and then wondering why the machine kept saying it kept restarting and restarting. I was like, this time you get a lot of chances in this game to get a tiger or something like that, get an animal or something. And then come to find out, the claw was not moving for me. So then the machine stopped. It was like, oh, game over. And I was like, I didn't even get a chance to play. And then I went in there. I went and sat down. I was kind of upset because I lost $1. $1 mean a lot to me. I was like, I lost my dollar. Leilani was like, go to the people and tell them you lost. The machine took your dollar. So I was up there. I'm standing right there by the grill. Why I keep saying grill? I was right there by the garlic bread, standing there. They had the man that worked there. He was just sitting there talking to another guy, showing him what to do. And I was sitting up there. I was standing, and I was standing, and I was standing. And this guy just kept on looking at me like, oh, I'm going to come over there. I'm going to come over there. I'm still here waiting. I'm waiting. Finally, Leilani walked over there. She talking about some, go to the man. Don't be waiting for him. So I walked over there. And he was like, what I can help you with? I was like, I lost my dollar in the machine. He said, which machine? He said, I probably already know which one it is. I said, yep, it was that one. He come to